Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us right here for Lara Trump, Wanted for Questioning. Got a great show with great questions, I hope. But before we start, I want to tell you about one of our sponsors, ReadyWise. As a busy mom, I know the importance of being prepared. Let's face it, life can be unpredictable. Whether it's sudden storms, power outages, or other unpredictable events in life, being prepared with ReadyWise emergency food gives you peace of mind knowing you'll have delicious, nutritious meals on hand. They're also great on camping trips and hiking adventures. ReadyWise has a huge selection of freeze-dried meals from breakfast to pasta dishes. You can rest assured your food will be good to eat when you need it with their 25-year shelf life. ReadyWise is an American company providing high-quality, delicious food packed at their state-of-the-art plant right here in the USA. That means you're supporting American jobs when you choose ReadyWise. All right, here we go. Got some questions. Let's see what we got today. First question, what's a food that reminds you of childhood? All right, this might be a weird one to people, but this is literally what just popped in my head. Butter beans. If you don't know about that, I'm really sorry for you because I love butter beans. Butter beans and lima beans. And I sound like a crazy person right now, but I assume if you grew up in the South, you know what these are. And these are so the butter beans are bigger. They're kind of long, flat beans are about this big, and lima beans are about that big. The butter beans are kind of like a cream colored once you cook them, and the limas are like green. But this is like what I remember from being a kid, that my granny, my mom's mom, would come to our house sometimes to stay for a while, or just my mom would make them, and I love them. I can eat just a whole meal of butter beans, lima beans, or collard greens for that matter. I know it's some real crazy people stuff, but that certainly reminds me of my childhood. And then I feel like casseroles, like anytime there's a casserole, I feel like my mom used to make casseroles. I don't get a good casserole anymore. And my mom does watch this show. So Mom, I would love a casserole because I don't know, I could probably make one myself, but I don't feel like it would be as good as what my mom would make. So those are the things. And maybe I would throw in as well cornbread. My mom made some good cornbread, and don't tempt me with a good time with some cornbread because wow, also full meal of cornbread. And I wouldn't feel badly about it. Although there is sugar in it, it's sweet. The corn in my head would make it acceptable to eat as a full meal. So I'm going to go with that. And if you don't know what those are, I'm going to encourage you to get involved and make sure you have somebody from the South actually make you these things, because otherwise you're not getting the real product there. It's not authentic, and you're not going to get a full picture of what I'm talking about here. But if you know, great stuff. Okay, next question. Would you be willing to work with the high school Republicans? I'd love the opportunity to work with you on youth strategy. I help with it in my own county, and I'm 15. Oh my, amazing. Yeah, of course I would be willing to work with the high school Republicans. Yes. First of all, let's talk about what's going on in this country right now. There's a big shift that has already happened. If you look at recent polling, when it's a head-to-head matchup with Donald Trump and Joe Biden, there's something that's happened with young voters, 18 to 24-year-old voters is what I'm talking about. They're no longer in the camp of voting for Joe Biden and the Democrats. They have now come over and taken a look at Donald Trump, and they like what they see with Donald Trump, because if that matchup were to happen today, right now, and those were the only people voting for president of the United States, Donald Trump would win that election hands down. That is a huge deal. And I want to make it really clear to people out there what a big deal this is. There's a shift happening in the youngest part of our culture, and I love to see it. And I think it's because they're getting different information from different sources now. They're not so bought in to the mainstream media narrative. They're not, quite frankly, even bought into like Hollywood or the music industry, because we know the narrative that they're pushing out there. They're seeking alternative sources for information, and I think that's a great thing. I think we all can take a note from that and a page from that. But it is something that we need to capitalize on as a party, and we intend to do just that. We are not just focused at the RNC, I'm the co-chair of the RNC, on winning this election this year. Yeah, that's the main focus right now, but we also simultaneously are trying to grow this party. And I can't think of a better way to do that than starting with young voters, or people maybe who aren't even yet able to vote, but will be able to vote and let's say the next election cycle, those people we need to start engaging with in a much bigger way. And so, yes, I would love to come talk to high school kids and talk to them about what's really at stake in this country and why no one should be able to tell you for whom you can vote, like Joe Biden tried to do back in 2020. Anybody remember how he went about that? The Democrats think they have a stranglehold over several different groups of people in this country. And the truth is, in the United States of America, you can vote for anybody you want. No one can tell you how to vote. No one should be able to encourage you in any direction if that's not what you yourself decide. We are an incredible country, and one of the great opportunities we have here, and one of the rights and I believe duties we have as citizens of the United States is that we each get our chance to cast our vote for those who will lead us. And anybody out there can decide that on their own. So yeah, we got to start engaging with younger audiences, younger groups of people. So let me know. I'll be there. I'm coming to a high school near you, wherever you are. Let us know. And thanks for doing that. I think it's important to have young people into that. All right, if you suffer from chronic pain, listen up. Here's a way to help you get real relief. As a fitness fanatic, I understand that recovery is just as important as the workout itself. But whether you're recovering from an injury or just looking for everyday relief from pain in your joints and muscles, nerve pain, fibrosis, and inflammation, I recommend Golden Revive Plus from Up Wellness. This advanced all-natural formula combines 6 powerful anti-inflammatory ingredients, including a proprietary turmeric extract that's 200 times stronger than raw turmeric. All of this to address the root cause of your pain, reducing scarring, swelling, and tissue damage using the healing power of nature to help your body heal itself. Formulated by husband and wife team, Doctors Josh and Amanda Levitt, Golden Revive Plus gives you real pain relief and better range of motion, plus better heart, eye, and brain health. Join the over 300,000 Americans who are already using Golden Revive Plus to get and stay pain-free. For a limited time, you can try Golden Revive Plus for 30% off at goldenrevive.com. Just use promo code TRUMP at checkout. You may have heard Mike Lindell and MyPillow no longer have the support of their big box stores or shopping channels the way they used to. They've been part of cancel culture, so they now want to pass the savings directly onto you by having a $25 extravaganza. When Mike started MyPillow, it was just a one-product company. But with the help of his dedicated employees, they now have hundreds of products, some you may not even know about. To get the word out, I want to invite my listeners to check out their $25 extravaganza. 2-pack multi-use MyPillows, just $25. MyPillow sandals, $25. Their 6-pack towel sets, $25. Brand new 4-pack dish towels, you guessed it, $25. For the first time ever, the premium MyPillows with all new Giza fabric, just $25. Orders over $75 will receive free shipping. This amazing offer won't last long. Go to mypillow.com and use promo code TRUMP or call 800-624-3945 today. Next question. Hi, Lara. We need Trump in office. Amen to that. What is our best way to vote? Early, election day, mail, etc. Donald Trump himself has said early voting, day of election voting, and mail-in voting, all good ways to vote. And here's why. We cannot, as a party, think that we are going to be successful if we all wait until election day to go vote. Why? Because life happens. You have kids. Something happens with one of your kids. Every parent out there understands what that's about. You might get sick. There might be bad weather. Look at Arizona. Whenever they had an issue at one of the voting locations, Carrie Lake likely would have won her election had that district not had to shut down one of the main polling locations. You had people lined up for blocks. They couldn't get in to vote on election day. You have bad weather, like I was just saying. Look at Nevada. You had a race out there very recently where there was an ice storm, prevented a lot of people from going to vote. Life happens. So the advice that we have at the RNC and the way we got to look at this really as conservatives, you got to look at it a little bit differently. Do we want one day of voting? Do we want paper ballots? Do we want voter ID all across this country? Heck yeah, we do. And we can get back to that place. But we're going to have to deal with what we are handed and the cards we are dealt right now in this election. And those cards are such that we have voting for months in some places across the country. You have mail-in voting in a lot of places across this country. So our advice, Donald Trump's advice, is however you can vote and as early as you can vote, we want you to go vote. Get that vote banked. And then you take your time from that day all the way up until election day, getting people engaged, getting them to polling locations, drive them there, buy them a sandwich like the Democrats like to do if you have to do that. However you need to do it, get them out to vote. We'll make it too big to rig. That is how we are going to win this election. And let me just assure everyone of something else as well. You may have had concerns in the past about the legalities in voting and mail-in voting and this, that, and the other. And I get it. And that is with good reason. But we have worked very hard from the RNC to ensure transparency and freedom and fairness in this election. We are going to have 100,000 volunteers. Michael Whatley, the chairman of the RNC, and I have promised by election day on our election integrity team. This is spread out across the country. We can have people actually working in these polling locations now. That means your eyes are on everything. You're handling ballots. We're not just standing around 30 feet away. Oh, what's going on over there? I can't really tell. No, it's a different animal this time around. We're going to have attorneys on the ready and in every single polling location. That is very impactful for this election. We want to be able to strike at a moment's notice and not wait weeks on end to address a problem. And we are working from the RNC to ensure that any law that was changed that makes it easier to cheat and harder to vote is reversed. We want it easier to vote and harder to cheat. So we're working overtime to ensure freedom, fairness, and transparency in this election. So all of those methods are good in terms of voting. Thank you for your question. Okay. Final question. If you had a magic button on your desk to bring you whatever you wanted instantly, what would it summon? God, it's a dog. What are you kidding me? This is the easiest question ever. Any dog. I'm crazy. I like them all. In fact, my husband is very excited because there's a recent dog that I've had my eye on. Yeah, another one. That's right. I can't ever have enough. Is there anything real in this world like having too many dogs? Does that exist? Having too many? No. Of course it doesn't. I can't have enough. So button on my desk, if you want to improve your day, get a dog involved, get any animal involved. Really, if cats are your thing, go to town. I'm not afraid of cats. I would get a cat. My kids want a cat. We still talk about it, Eric Trump. We still talk about getting a cat. But yeah, we might have another dog soon. I don't know what could happen. So it would be a button that would bring me a dog. Because tell you what, it's hard not to smile when there's a dog around. Even our friend's dog, Finn, who came to stay with us recently and did a lot of destruction in my house. Little did I know, this is a note for people out there. If your dog is a kind of dog that counter surfs, and by that I mean can jump on people's counters, and you drop your dog off to stay for the weekend with friends, you may want to tell them that dog can jump up on the counters, because Luke's entire class lost a full tray of muffins. And that was a whole situation to clean up, thanks to Finn. But I still loved it. Still smiling, still happy about it. Button, bring me a dog. That's the answer. All right, that's going to do it for us here at Lara Trump, Wanted for Questioning. Thank you for your questions. Make sure you send us more. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and follow this episode. And we'll see you back here next time for more of Lara Trump, Wanted for Questioning. Nothing is worse than being on a phone call that drops. Nothing is worse than trying to text someone and you can't reach them because your phone is out of service range. And nothing is worse than supporting these major corporations and companies who don't support us. That is why I love Patriot Mobile. They are America's only Christian conservative wireless network. They use every cell tower out there available to all networks so that they have the greatest 4G and 5G coverage nationwide. And they support the causes that are important to us as conservatives. If you go today to patriotmobile.com/Lara Trump and use the promo code Trump, you will get free activation today. Again, that is patriotmobile.com/Lara Trump. The promo code is Trump for free activation so that you can get a great cell plan and feel good about doing it.